Okay, welcome to another foreclosure tour sponsored by Metro Phoenix Homes. Ron Wilczek, the broker. Today we're in Peoria in Las Brisas Point. We're looking at a home that's 1,521 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms with a pool. We are looking at a bank-owned property. We've been in Las Brisas before. That's the house on Juniper. The house has desert landscaping with some fairly nicely trimmed bushes, and at this point looks like these do belong on this property line. They probably need to be trimmed down considerably, so we're talking basically trimming here is what we're talking about. Same on this side of the yard. It's just got weeds starting to grow up because of the recent rain. Not a problem. We might have to redo that fence in terms of putting some newer boards in there. We do have complete water and power at this house, so we're able to check everything out. I would say that the house needs to be painted on the exterior. Definite signs of fading in all the paint. And there's also a couple spots here where there's little cracks that need to be filled. Nothing major, just little cracks. Here as we enter the front door, nice dramatic architecture. You've got some of the drywall here. It's a little cracked in this corner, needs a little bit of repair there. And the front door needs to be painted, but again, the entire house needs to be painted inside and out. And the screens on the house that face north are basically in good shape. Every other screen on the house needs to be replaced. They're all worn out. So as you walk in, you've got the little tile in the front, and it goes into brand new carpet. The entire house has brand new carpet every place you look. You've got the dramatic cathedral ceilings in here. Again, brand new carpet. Get a perspective from this side. You can see that we have, again, nice dramatic architecture. And you've got this room is 17 by 14 and a half with brand new carpet. It goes directly into the kitchen dining area. The dining room is 12 and a half by 10. It doesn't need to be replaced. It's 12-inch tile. It is essentially kind of some brown tones in there. I would say the grout needs to be cleaned in the house. And the blinds, for the most part, work in all the house. We'll go ahead and count them up before we leave. It's got a nicer light fixture here, and nice can lighting here. So here's your perspective from this corner of the house, looking out into the family or the great room here. And the refrigerator would go here. The countertops are in good shape. Where you have the seams, they're good. The only issue you have with the entire countertop is that it looks like there used to be a desk here. They simply took the desk out. You want to put some type of a thing. Maybe they used it for paying bills or have a little computer, I don't know. But when they removed what they did, it looks like they took a chip here. It would be a shame to have to redo this whole thing for that. We need some creative solution for that one little piece, essentially. Okay, here's your perspective from this side of the kitchen. What we're going to need here is a new dishwasher. You're going to need a new stove. This thing is virtually an antique. And a microwave, so we're going to need a whole entire package for appliances. The sink, this sink, it's really got an issue with this. It's pretty much worn out. That needs to be replaced. In fact, the sink is pretty disgusting here. You know, I think you're going to have to budget for a sink. This reverse osmosis thing here is all loose. Probably take it out completely. There was sometimes some leak underneath the sink here. They had papered it. You may have to take that out and evaluate that. The garbage disposal does work okay. There's the little rubber gasket in here is worn out for the most part. And then you've got the pantry. You've got some paper on the pantry. And then the wash room is here. And since we're right here, we'll go into the garage. And the garage door opener does work. And this is a electric house. There is no gas, so we have full ability to inspect this house with water and electric on. Little storage area, and then you've got the door to the side yard. Here's that gate from this side. You can see it's definitely wood's all worn out. And then you've got the perspective of the house here. You can see where there's lots of fading over here, and this is where all the blinds are worn out. On this side of the house, they're all worn out. Here's an example of where you'd have to fill a crack and paint. As you can see, they're all saggy, and they're even worse on the south side of the house. So we've got one, if you count that as two, I'm not sure if that counts as one window or two, but it looks like 3 separate screens. That one up there is probably okay. Let's go back into the house. And we're going to go now into the hall bath. I did turn the AC unit on to check it out. The air is coming out cold, so we should be okay on that. And we'll look into the hall bath. Basically, your basic downstairs half bath. The only thing I'll note here is that two things is that this needs to be sealed better, and this tile here, let me focus for a second. This tile does have a crack, you can see. It's only here, and behind the toilet you can see it. So, I'm not sure it's hardly worth messing with it, considering the whole downstairs is like this, unless we could find a tile that's suitably matched. I didn't see anything in the garage. So now let's look at one of the wonderful features of this house. Got the PebbleTech pool with an in-ground cleaning system. Water feature that works very nicely. Smell the chlorine. Good. Now, the one thing I'll note about this is that when I first tested the pool equipment, you can see it could probably stand use in painting. But it appears that there's some issue with the water return line, because when you turn it on, the water pressure jumps from where it should be at 10 to 15 up to 40. You can hear the motor come on. So what's happening is the water's being tried to suck into the intake, but it's not returning. And the only reason now that it's working is I turned the waterfall on. But you'll see that when I turn this waterfall off, the pressure goes from 20 up to 40, so it's not returning someplace. So somewhere there's a blockage in the line, or the valve is whatever, valve needs to be replaced, but there's your issue there. And this is awful rusty here. It seems to work. And that great. Here's an example of a worn out screen. So there's that'd be screen number 4. These have been protected from the sun, so they're okay. That's 4. It's 5, 6 screens, 7, 8, 9. 9 full screens need to be replaced here. This yard is in good shape. You've got rock around the border, and you've got a patch of grass here. Something was dug out here. It looks like maybe a tree died. They took that out, so it needs to be evened out. I couldn't get the sprinkler box open, so I'm not sure about the sprinkler system itself, but essentially I think all you need is some trimming here and restore the grass. It's not going to take a lot to do this house in the backyard. Okay. What else? Got some, I don't know if that lighting works or not. Probably it's solar lighting, so we'll only know when it gets dark. Nice architecture, nice community. Okay, it gives you a really good perspective of what's going on here. Tree trimming. You've got these little grommets here. This used to have one of those, one of these pool fences that you could pull up and take with you, and they did. You've got some repair that's going to be necessary on here. You've got some drywall taping that needs to be done. So budget for that. I'm not sure why they put rocks up there. Thought they're being creative maybe. Okay, so now let's go up the stairway. Yeah, that air conditioner is getting cold. Okay, all new carpet. He's painting. This light fixture is actually cracked. It's very nice, but it's cracked. Here's the view from up here. Very nice. You've got a little built-in shelf there. We go to the master, and the master bedroom is 14 by 13. Nice vaulted ceiling in here also. Fan works. Nice. If someone had a TV on this, you're going to have to fill those holes and get that replaced. Here's the view from the upstairs view window of the pool. The yard. And the bad screens. Here's the perspective of the entire room. And they put linoleum in the master. All the sinks work. No signs of leaking. Got some very old type light fixtures. You've got the little clean out thing is missing here. Needs to be replaced. Needs to be cleaned. Other than that, it works fine. Brass handles, they seem to be okay. Maybe a little loose. And the linoleum carries through. Linoleum seems to be okay. New carpet in the closet. The closet is 5.5 by 9.5, and here's the entry to the attic. Standard fixtures on the sink. They should probably all be upgraded along with the lights. And then you've got 2 more bedrooms down the hallway. You've got, and they're both standard 10 by 11 type bedrooms. Here's the other light fixture which matches that one. That was in great shape, no problem. Nice, really nice. And in this one, you've got some of the linoleum actually coming up. See, it doesn't look like it's really in bad shape. What it looks like is someone who cut it didn't cut it right, and it caused extra pressure and made it buckle. But I think that's probably about it. And you can see that there may have been the same issue over here, or there may have been a leak in the toilet, and you can see that that caulking job there is not very good. There had been no leaks in this sink, and it all works fine. Tub, similar type of enclosure, needs to be cleaned really good. See how dirty it is? And all work. You've got one window in the house that has a little bit of a seal issue. If you wanted to replace that, got an upgraded light fixture in this one though, so that is actually a bonus. The light's burned out. And then you've got a nice ceiling fan in here. Again, new carpet. Some holes to fix. Well, the air conditioner is getting really cold. And the last bedroom, same thing. So I'll go through and check all the blinds to see which ones work or not, and give a count on the underwriting sheet. And from that, that's the inside of this house. No need to tour the neighborhood. We've already done it for Las Brisas Point. Same house as Juniper again. A nice property. Again, nice architecture, nice pool. Every single blind works just fine. They're basically metal blinds. This one works fine. This one works fine, though the wand is missing here, so you can't turn it any way but this way. So you can tell it's kind of old and kind of sun faded also. It just doesn't look that good. And this here is also vertical. It probably doesn't even need to be here. It's missing a couple blinds, blades that is, but it's also missing the little thing that allows it to turn. I would recommend replacing this one with something that just goes in a window. It just doesn't quite look right. Then this one is just kind of bent up, and it's also missing the wand. So we have this blind. I would recommend this one on this big window. And then you might just replace that one for consistency downstairs, and then this one. So possibly 3 blinds and an Arcadia blind. Thank you for joining us on another video tour. We are Ron and Christina Wilczek, Metro Phoenix Homes. Feel free to give us a call at 480-445-9480 or see us on the web at metrophoenixhomes.com. Thanks and have a blessed day.